questions focused on Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever, RMSF, and related concepts. Each question includes 5 answer choices and explanations for both the correct and incorrect options. Question 1. A 7-year-old boy is brought to the emergency department in July with 4 days of fever, headache, and malaise. His parents report that a rash began yesterday, starting on his wrists and ankles, and now spreading toward the trunk. Physical exam reveals a blanching maculopapular rash on the wrists, palms, and soles, extending centrally. He recently returned from a camping trip in North Carolina. Which of the following is the most likely diagnosis? A. Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. B. Hand, foot, and mouth disease. C. Measles. D. Scarlet fever. E. Secondary syphilis. Correct answer, A. Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. Explanation: RMSF presents with a classic triad: fever, headache, and rash, typically beginning on wrists and ankles, spreading to palms, soles, and trunk. Caused by Rickettsia rickettsii, transmitted by ticks. More common in the southeastern U.S., especially North Carolina. Why not the others? B. Hand, foot, and mouth disease. Coxsackie virus causes vesicular lesions, especially in younger children, often involves oral ulcers, not a maculopapular rash. C. Measles, begins on face and behind ears, spreads downward. Rash is maculopapular but doesn't start at wrists or affect palm soles. D. Scarlet fever, caused by Streptococcus pyogenes, produces a sandpaper-like rash, spares palms and soles, often associated with pharyngitis. E. Secondary syphilis, does involve palms and soles but typically occurs in sexually active adults, not children. Question 2. A 32-year-old hiker presents with fever, severe headache, and a petechial rash that started at the ankles and spread to the trunk. He was camping in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina 7 days ago. He recalls a tick bite but did not seek treatment. Which of the following organisms is the most likely cause of his illness? A. Borrelia burgdorferi. B. Rickettsia rickettsii. C. Ehrlichia chaffiensis. D. Coxiella burnetii. E. Treponema pallidum. Correct answer, B. Rickettsia rickettsii. Rickettsia rickettsii is the agent of RMSF, classically presents with rash, palms and soles, fever, and headache, and occurs after tick exposure in areas like North Carolina. Why not the others? A. Borrelia burgdorferi, causes Lyme disease, presents with erythema migrans, rash, bullseye, arthritis, Bell palsy. Rash does not involve palm soles. C. Ehrlichia chaffiensis, causes ehrlichiosis, tick-borne, presents similarly but without rash in most cases. Labs may show leukopenia, thrombocytopenia. D. Coxiella burnetii, causes Q fever, transmitted by inhalation, not ticks, and no rash. E. Treponema pallidum, causes syphilis, which can involve palm soles in secondary stage but not associated with acute febrile illness after a camping trip. Question 3. A 45-year-old man presents with fever and a spreading rash. He recently returned from a hiking trip in Tennessee. He reports a tick bite 6 days ago. On physical exam, he has a maculopapular rash on his wrists and ankles, involving his palms and soles. You suspect Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. Which of the following is most accurate regarding this disease? A. It is caused by a spirochete bacterium. B. Rash usually starts on the trunk and spreads outward. C. Disease is common in the Rocky Mountains, especially Colorado. D. Early treatment should not wait for confirmatory tests. E. Rash is vesicular and confined to the oral cavity, hands, and feet. Correct answer, D. Early treatment should not wait for confirmatory tests. Explanation: RMSF is a medical emergency and treatment with doxycycline should be started empirically, even in children, before labs confirm diagnosis. Delay increases mortality. Why not the others? A. It is caused by a spirochete bacterium. Incorrect. Rickettsia rickettsii is a gram-negative obligate intracellular coccobacillus, not a spirochete. B. Rash usually starts on the trunk and spreads outward. Opposite, starts on extremities, wrists, ankles, and spreads centrally. C. Disease is common in the Rocky Mountains, especially Colorado. Misleading. Despite the name, RMSF is most common in the southeastern U.S., especially North Carolina. E. Rash is vesicular and confined to the oral cavity, hands, and feet. Describes hand, foot, and mouth disease, Coxsackie virus, not RMSF.